Welcome to Thrifty Garage. My name is Carson, and in today's video, we're going to put back together this MS290. I upgraded this from a 290 to 390, and the reason for that was we've got some piston damage that we replaced in parts 1 and 2. So if you haven't checked out those videos, make sure and do so. But stick around to the end, and we'll fire this bad boy up. SAP L7TC. Got the original here. It is a Bosch R10. So we've got the decompression valve on top here. We've got the spark plug hole. We've got our intake, exhaust. Let's get these side by side and see how they look. Okay, intake. We've got a little difference here. So we've got our piston in there. As far as the top goes, I mean, they both have their cooling fins. This has got a little fatter one there. This one's fatter here. Similar fins on the side. We've got these differences in molding. I'm not sure if that helps with heat dissipation or what. The exhaust port looks a little bit bigger on the stock one. Hard to tell for sure. So we got new seals, we've got new bearings, new tire crank assembly, lower end. Main reason I got this one was because I needed that new lower end. If you're looking for a good tutorial on how to do this, just simply search MS290 to MS390 conversion in YouTube, and Nature's Cadence Farm has some great videos. He really took the time there to show you all the steps. As I've been going through this, I've been hopping in and out of those videos to make sure I'm doing it the right way. So definitely check out his channel and subscribe to him as well. Now he showed on his video to double nut this, but I'm really struggling with that because doesn't seem to be enough thread to do that. I guess still spinning. Oh, finally. Whew. And there's a look at the bottom where that punched through. Well, I cleaned out this off camera, and you can see that was covered up. Bought some cheap 2-cycle oil at O'Reilly. Wow, adding that 2-cycle oil was a mistake. If I were to do it again, I would do the silicone, bolt it in place, and then add the 2-cycle engine oil. Just a little bit extra lubrication for the initial break-in period. But that was a mess to deal with and try and keep everything clean. I'm not sure if these are metric or standard. I've got a metric tap and die set, but I can't seem to get it threads. I'm assuming these are standard threads, so I'm just kind of sending the screw in and backing it back out. But these threads really are pretty tight. I mean, I can hand tighten it, but it keeps binding up. Metal chunks coming out. Super annoying. What do you expect from cheap parts, though? Got a fresh tube of Permatex high temp gasket maker. Only the best for these cheap components. Maybe this is not going to work out so well. Let's try this again. different threads for real. You gotta be kidding me. Ugh. I had to use the 4 provided bolts as they were a different thread pitch than the stock Stihl ones. I added Loctite to all the bolts as I reinstalled them. I marked the location for the decompression hole. I then drilled it out with a 1 1/8 inch drill bit. You can go a little bit bigger or smaller. Okay, I mostly fixed my screwed up clamp here. It's pretty round now. Put it around this 24mm socket, tightened it down as much as I could, and then I took a hammer and just pounded it out all the way around. Used some vice grip to kind of pry it back into shape. You can see here it's not perfect, but it is 100% better than it was before. Here is the part number. If anybody does the same thing I did. $4.95 from the dealership, but he said that if he had to order it in, he could have it here by Wednesday, but he'd have to pay 50 bucks additional for shipping, so there's no way I'm paying $55 for that. I already ordered it. It was $1.50 plus $5 shipping online, but I don't want to wait another 5 days for that to show up. Good enough. Look at this. And no, this is not Gatorade I'm adding to the fuel tank. This is old fuel that I removed from the tank during the initial disassembly in part 1. This was a fun project for me. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the series. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. And thanks for watching.